We are here with the legend of Genesis 2's Joshua Dent. So, what was I about to say then? Oh, yeah. Championships you won for your season of Super 2s.
So I won 2021. I won the Midlands at Birmingham. I think it was third or fourth meeting, one of them, and then somehow won the points end of the year. Didn't have the best of seasons. Just try to learn the car for the few little meetings that we had. 2022, nothing. Just weren't used to being off Superstar. Spent most of my time before off like blue or red, so it's hard to get through cars. 2023, probably my best year, I'd say. When firstly got second out of many times to Nina, and then finally won the points by about 5 points at that weird Ipswich meeting. Then
that really wet.
That
one.
really wet. That really
bad.
wet one.
That was bad.
Where we turned.
You were on rails. You were literally like a NASCAR in the wet. Like
Well,
no one was stopping you.
I did literally get told to run the wall, so I did run the wall. Literally.
When can we just describe the scene, right? So we got this massive oval, yeah, and when I mean massive, I mean massive.
We'll probably get the video up, to be honest.
Yeah.
We'll probably get the video of it.
So this massive oval, right, is this. Obviously not this, but I think this is normal
oval
size. Yeah. So the corners are about this thick, and you've got water coming to here.
You literally, there was puddles. Probably if you were on dry track, you could go 3-4 wide for them puddles on the corners, and then down the straight where that pit gate was, like slopes down when you come out of the pits. Literally, you were going through it, and all you had was just a whoosh straight over you.
Was it? I think it was a Saturday, wasn't it?
Is the yeah? Because we.
So think of this. I was drenched from head to toe on Saturday. I was still drying out the Saturday after that. It took a long while to dry out.
Is this why you're dizzy exaggerations as usual?
No.
Yes.
That's a lie. I was still drying out until the day, and I was like an ice cube. I literally had ice around me. I was that cold.
So, anyways, that went well.
So that was a bit off topic now, but like still.
Won that about 5 points, I think it was. Got lucky, to be honest, that rain came because I love the wet. And then
this guy. Ow. My kneecap.
And then the national. To be fair, that was probably one of the best races I've ever been a part of. That has, but I won that somehow. I've no clue how I won that. Got really lucky at. And then I won the British towards the end of the year at Aldershot, and nationals at Yarmouth. And then it was Sandy Yarmouth, and then last year 24 weren't my best year. It weren't worse. It's just very mediocre. I got second quite a bit, but won the Norfolk eventually at Yarmouth. It's not a big one at all, but it's something. At least I've won something in my last junior year. It's all I wanted to do was just win something. So.
Yeah. Is it just me, or do you think that camera's really far away?
To be fair, do you want me to move?
So good. Joshua Dent, how did you get into racing?
To be honest, it's 2014, 2015. We owned a caravan down towards like Somerset, and my mum saw him post for this meeting on, and she'd watched it down in the 80s and 90s in Wales, I think it was, because she owned like a caravan there. And just got into it from there. Took that meeting. I think it was back to basic bangers, junior rods and lightning rods or something like that. I can't remember very well, but it was just that meeting. It was not a good meeting at all. It was probably about 40 cars in the pits, but went there and then went a few more times in 2015, and then just went on and off a few times, and now we're here.
Fair enough. And now he's multiple national champion and British champion and Midland and national points champion.
Former.
What?
Former. I'm not that good. I couldn't defend it.
Yeah, but we love that. Nina is now the.
Nina's won everything. To be fair to her, I'll give Nina
Ow.
credit.
Nina is a very good driver, by the way.
I'll give her credit.
She has the girl power and she's very good.
I'll give her credit. I've raced with her ever since I started, and she's always driven the exact same, just full send it as hard as you can.
We love Nina.
All or nothing. And to be fair to her, in Super 2, especially last year, and
she drove her socks off.
23 and 24, it was just a dogfight. Like every time, it was just. Even that national, it was every single corner. One of us was getting the bumper work, and she got away, and then she went in, and I caught up, and then she caught me back
race.
up. And
I was fourth, and I was sort of watching it all happen. I was fourth. I stayed fourth.
No, I mean Yarmouth one. One.
I wasn't. I was way at the back.
One with actually no.
Both, no, I was still fourth.
Both the nationals.
No, that's a lie. That's a lie.
Both the nationals past 2 years have had yellow flags. To be fair,
they have.
I mean, Hensford, I thought would be boring. But
I hate Hensford. Hensford is like Ipswich. We'll run a clip in here, right? If my editing skills is that good, probably not. But still, Hensford, right? You are driving in a different county if you go down the straights or in the corner too far. It is massive.
The banking is
like this. You feel like you're Spider-Man going up along the. It's so bad. Every time I go there, we get put in the wall by a certain Morgan Harris. I know you're watching this, Morgan Harris. Shout out to you there, Morgan. And or my car breaks down, which for the record, I know people are thinking it there. And Morgan Harris and Seamus Christham. Shout out to you guys. It did actually break down, and my engine did.
I'd rather have the engine go than the clutch go 3 times.
Yeah, organic clutch. Anyway, so on that.
Bit mean.
Well. He can beat me up.
Anyway, next one.
Anyway,
off topic again.
So, off topic again. This is just how we do it.
This is how we do it.
What formula did you first start in?
Micro F2s.
Yeah, baby Josh over there, by the way.
We're not showing. We are not getting that picture up. You are not getting that picture.
I might take a photo of it and just put it on the screen now. So that. Okay, my bad.
Anyway, it's Micro F2. Can't remember how it was, but coincidentally, it was number 217. The car that I bought, it was 217 that I bought.
That's his number, by the way.
Now it's 217, but originally I went 721. It's long story. I got my number, but it's not really a long story. But it was pretty much just saw him at Taunton practice.
Pick out the hat and take it.
Yeah, saw him go around at Taunton practice. I wanted to do it a bit, and just managed. We were searching for one for probably 6-7 months, trying to find one. Eventually, we found one and got it, and then stuck with it for a few years, and then obviously moved up into Super 2s, and now next chapter.
We'll get onto that in a minute. Okay, what was your best memories in the Super 2s? You can have as many as you like.
Ooh. One of them's definitely got to be that Yarmouth National. I think it's 2023. Crossing that line.
Was I even racing?
Yeah.
Was
2023. When I won it.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Can I just clarify? I was really slow then. I was actually going at snail pace. I was just doing that.
No, you weren't. You got 6th, didn't you?
I was going about 5. No, I didn't.
No, you got 6th.
No,
you did. At Yarmouth. Not the one happened last year. The year before that.
No, because it was at Hensford last year.
Yeah, the year before that.
There. The year before that, I was last.
You got 6th. Because Seamus spun.
He knows my points more than I do.
Seamus spun. I think Jake went as well. Jake went. You beat Seamus. You beat Jake.
Yeah.
I think
Seamus Christham. Sorry.
And but it's got to be at national crossing that line. And I just thought finally, because I'd been so many second places every time. And I remember just getting out there. I thought finally I've done it and got on my roof.
So I just drifted off, and if I was actually staring at that camera dead in the eyes, something like that. Anyway, carry on there.
But it was I stood up. Remember, just getting out of my car, trying to get on my roof, nearly falling off because it was sandy Yarmouth, and I nearly fell off. And nearly fell off, but that was probably the best memory I've ever had. And then getting down and had Nina sprint over, and I'm like, oh Jesus, replaying it from
We
the
love Nina
English.
again. Sorry about
Next
that.
one, Super 2. Probably my last win, also at Yarmouth. That's my last win's got to be
Them in
one.
Yarmouth, honestly.
It was a wet. It was really. There was so much oil down.
I'm going to love Yarmouth now. I used to hate Yarmouth. Every time there was a Yarmouth meeting, I'd be like, I'm not going.
It was the one. It was the one where you went over the front of Morgan, and then
that was carnage.
Shames just drove through everyone, and
no, that meeting was carnage. Literally, it was the end of the season. Near the end of the season.
Last points meeting.
Yeah, last points meeting, right? And
going to try and win
we've got me, Seamus, and Morgan just taking each other out the whole time. I come around the top corner.
And Aaron.
It's just us four.
I didn't take him out.
Everyone is racing nicely. You got Josh and Nina fighting. You got everything.
And Junior as well, right?
And Katie
Harrison
Junior.
as well.
Harrison, right? And then you just see us four, and we come round. I don't know what's happened. Seamus has taken out Morgan or whatever's happened, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, Seamus or Morgan. I don't really know. Right? I've come round just thinking, oh yeah, we're doing all right. And I just see these people, and I'm like, oh my days. So I've gone up over Morgan, back down. Then we go round again. We get all settled, go round again. And then they take each other out again. So I just poleaxe into both of them, and I'm like, what the hell? So it was just us three and Aaron taking each other out the whole time, and I was like, go away.
They're just carnage.
Leave me be. I was like, literally, it was just sort of us. Luckily, Zach wasn't getting involved. Was Zach even there?
Zach didn't do Yarmouth. Zach's first Yarmouth was start
16th of March.
16th or something, I don't know. But
yeah, and I was
definitely that win, because I thought I knew it was going to be my last one, because Hensford was my worst track. I knew it was going to be my last one. I just went out there and I thought, if I don't win it, I don't win it, but at least I've had a good time in it. I went out there and I knew I wasn't going to win the points. I think I needed to win the final and for Nia to not score to win it. And I just thought, I'll just go out there. I'm not bothered about the points because Nia's going to win it anyway. So I wasn't even going to bother try taking her out because there's no point. Just do what I need to do. I'd rather just go out there and have fun. And I had a good old battle with Harrison, and then Nina got past when I did.
That kid killed me the other week. Something like that. But he did.
And then Junior got past, and Nina was just sitting behind me, pacing behind me. She was just going for the points, but she won the points fair and square. That's got to be one, and probably the last one was the British, because it was nuts race.
What, last year's British?
The one, no,
the one after that.
The one which the wet Aldershot one, the one where it flooded.
That was the British.
That was the British. How do you not remember?
No, because
the one where Addison and Anya went in first bend. That one.
Ah, no slight there by the guys. We were just remembering that. No,
it was the only thing that actually happened. It was that and me me versus Ruben. Because Stu and Jacob.
There was about 11 to start with, and we end up with 4. So I was like, oh, I'm just 4.
How did we actually get to 4, to be fair? Because
it was raining, it was wet, it was not great.
I know I went in.
This guy comes storming past, I'm like, oh, he's winning, I'll just let him go. Little did I know, I was third.
Everyone thought I'd won. So if I didn't let him
go, I would have been third on my first ever championship. I would have been third, but no, I thought this guy was winning. So I was like, I'll let him go by. And then my mum went, oh, you do race, you were in third? And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, Josh spun himself out. And I was like,
no, I got taken out by he had the giant train first bend. I knew I was going in.
And I was like, are you having a laugh? If I didn't let this guy pass, I would have been there. But no, I thought
you passed every time.
Not me, no, I didn't.
I moved you.
Bloody Milden.
I did try.
It's fine. I will get my win at some point.
Eventually, yeah.
When I'm about 20, when I'm about 22 and crippled, then I'll get my thing. It doesn't matter.
You're kind of crippled anyway.
I am. The amount of times I've broken myself is actually crazy.
Well,
that was not good. Anyway, any other
probably
memories?
That British, just because it was. I just went out there and I thought, if I go out there, try get 4th, because I thought it'll be Nina, Ruben, and Lola just fighting. Because I've literally pulled dead last as usual, and I just thought, go out there, try get 4th, and within like one lap, I was up to third, and I'm like, I could actually win this. And then moved past Steen Junior for second. He stuck it on my outside. Went for Nina, it didn't work out, and then finally just managed to move her and just never looked back. Somehow I thought I'm gonna have a real fight on my hand, and just made sure to get the setup right. To be fair, that's all it was, just getting the setup right, because no one had done a wet order shot. But
I hate wet meetings with passion.
I love wet.
No,
I love the wet.
it's so bad. What was your favourite track in the Super 2? They can be gone now. They can be deceased.
Favourite one, it's got to be Birmingham, like all time. Got to be Birmingham, just
That was
because
a good track.
home track and just lovely banked track. Not many people knew it's actually banked, but it was. And then
yeah, I've been favourite
one that I've current. To be fair, I'd probably give it to Northampton, just because Northampton, when it's on its day, if the track's right.
Shell.
No, I like Northampton because it's just because if the track's right, it can provide you with the best meeting, especially with like the adults. It was everyone just fighting each other. I mean, you get a good amount of cars, and you got a proper good meeting around Northampton because
I got my first ever pace car at Northampton in the Super 2.
And I got on there.
Yeah, because not gonna lie, it was the final at Northampton. Not gonna lie, love you, Nina. I forgot that you were still on the racetrack at
You
that
thought
time.
it was me?
I thought it was this guy. So I've come round and gone, oh, it's so good. And then I've seen Nina, and I'm like, where did she come from? I was like,
get a picture on screen.
I was like,
we'll get the picture on screen.
I was like, I literally was driving, and I literally went, oh, it's Josh. Went, that's not Josh. And then I was like,
I was half a lap back.
No.
You when you crossed the line, I was side by side with Lola going into turn 3. That you'd crossed the line,
yeah,
and we were side by side.
No, but one thing I did mistake there, and thank you very much, Lola, for this. I didn't realise that Lola was letting me go past because of her wheel guard. I didn't realise, so it took me about 3 laps to realise that she was actually waving. So thank you for that, Lola. I'm just a bit slow and didn't realise. Sorry about that. That was my bad. Plans for the future, Josh? What are you looking to do?
Well, obviously, both cars are gone. Super 2 now. Both of them are gone. Mini's gone as well. Hopefully, I think it's Louis that's got it. Hopefully, he puts it to
Shout
good use.
Out to Louis.
And hopefully, he puts the Mini to good use. And then, I've got the F2 now, the RCE one. That's currently being redone. That's getting stickered on Thursday, I think. And then I'm off to Lelystad over in Netherlands for first junior meeting.
He's going to Holland.
Go there for the junior F2 meeting, and then on my birthday next weekend on Monday, 21st, then I've got Venray, and then just do a full season in juniors just to try and get used to the car, because I've been at it 4 times, I think. Because you had Sent-Day, 4 times. I had Sent-Day.
I don't know how many I'm counting, but I ain't definitely that.
But anyway, I had Sent-Day,
Taunton
twice, and Bristol.
Joe Giles, new thing. He used to be raced with one of my most favourite race trial drivers ever, Joe Giles, who is a legend, by the way. We love Joe Giles.
I've raced him before.
Joe Giles, if you're watching this, say hi.
Well,
you ain't going to be watching this because you're too famous, but it's all good.
But just do a full season in that, and then 2026 be out with the adults most likely. I'll be out in the adults because be off white again and have to do it all again. But over
this
here,
guy's worrying. This guy's like, he's not even worrying. I'm not even fazed by this.
No,
it's
just go out there. Just go out there, drive the car I did round like Taunton or Bristol, and then.
This man is scary in F2, by the way.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. You're terrifying in F2.
I'm not.
Like, where did all that speed come from? I was like, Jesus! The whole antiques, actually. We're called antiques now, by the way. So
yeah, thanks, Mr. Linfield.
Yeah, thanks, Zachary Linfield, for that.
Mr. Rollover.
And I didn't even say that right.
Mr. Go.
Man, why am I not saying that right? Anstis. There you go.
Anstis, yeah.
Third time's a
Anstis.
charm.
How can I get first time?
I can't, but we move.
But yeah, just hopefully
No,
try to
if
get
you get
car
on the
sorted.
pace car, sorry, I'm finishing that. If you get on the pace car, we have my pom poms and be like,
You get your pom
massive
poms.
sign.
You get your pom poms. You're getting dropped off on the M5 and find your own way home.
I'll have to hit your.
Actually, no. I'm gonna drop you in. I'm gonna drop you in that country lane you got stuck in on the way to Taunton.
That's like a Roman road. That's two different things. That's a Roman road. That's not even a thing. That's a Roman road. Anyway, sorry, carry on.
And next one.
So what's your new number? So everyone can look out for you in the F2.
Well, 721 started with the micro and 217, and
Did I say
now
F1 not F2? I meant
F2.
F2 if I said F1. Sorry about that.
211 just because it's the closest thing, and obviously the suit's got my number on, so it's like it'd look a bit weird if I went back to 721. So if need, just get a bit of tape over the 7.
This guy's also copying Phoebe Wayman, by the way.
No, I'm not.
Well, she's 211 as well.
You're copying Kane Silk then. 124.
Who?
1300s. He's 124.
I was there first.
You're copying your dad.
I am.
You're copying your
Shout
dad,
out-
so
shout
you
out.
can't talk.
Shout out to Ross Anstis who did the 1300. I'll get a photo here.
Hopefully.
My editing skills aren't that bad. I'll get a photo here
Yeah.
of him with his crazy stunts. Maybe a video. Either one. Depends how good my editing skills are on the way home. 4 hours, by the way.
4 hours. Yeah, she came all this way up.
5
she got
hours!
First.
Yeah, and we go all
For
the way,
you and
all the way to
AJ.
Skeg Vegas. Put up a photo there of Skeg Vegas. We love a good
You'll
old Skeg
love it.
Vegas.
I'll be shocked if whoever goes around there. I'll be shocked if anyone don't like Skegness. I've been round there with Matt and Junior, and it is the best track I've ever been round.
So, in the course of 2 weeks, we are travelling to 3 different places. In the course of 2 weeks. Well, that's not even bad.
It's like no, but you're on your holiday, so it'd be worse if I went on my holiday and you went on your holiday and you came up just for the Friday.
Yeah. So, with the future obviously going into F2s, also, you're going to be racing with the lovely John Palmer. We love John. Shout out to John as well.
Oh, Johnny's funny. John's funny.
And then
Quite a few got.
yeah, and then
John.
you're going to go into the lovely F1s with Tom Harris.
I don't think, to be honest, F2s have always been my thing. They've always been the formula I want to go in. Two things I really want to do: go into F2s and have an RCE. They're my two things. I managed to get both. RCE's 30 minutes down the road, so it's not even too bad. And then, I finally get to go out in one, but I'd like to just have a go in different cars.
But then you would be with your bestie Tom Harris.
I'd like to probably go out in. I'd like to just have a go in an F1, and then I'd like to go. One thing I'd like to do is go out in a Rebel. I'd love to go out in a Rebel just because they look so fun.
The superior driver in Formula 1, Briscoe Formula 1, whatever flip you want to call it, that thing, is obviously we got Big Frankie, 501.
515. That's George Orwell you're on about.
Why did I say 501? 515.
No, I'm a good dad.
He is one of my most favourite drivers of the time. And also my second favourite driver is Frankie Wayman Jr. 555. We got, yeah, I don't know if we're allowed to call him that, like still.
Where's Ted?
He is one of my most favourite drivers in the world and we love him. And he's actually elite and he's amazing. Whereas the lovely Joshua Dent mum, we got Auntie Leanne, she loves the lovely Tom Harris. Which obviously, as you can tell, this kid does not like Tom Harris. I've got a 4-hour car journey to edit this.
And then you got 4 hours to Yarmouth.
Yeah.
Yay! I feel he's that same as you. I hate Yarmouth.
Also, Zachary Linfield, I will shout you through the screen. Why are you not there tomorrow? Well, he ain't going to tell me because he's not actually here. But like, still, what I've got to deal with Seamus all by myself.
And Morgan and Aaron.
Morgan and Aaron. I mean, Aaron's not the.
Aaron's not bad. It's just Seamus, you are feral. To be fair, you are absolutely feral.
You are, and you make my life living hell.
On and off track. On and off track.
That's a lovely Joshua Dent, and we're gonna see where he goes in the F2 and see if he will
Hopefully,
win
don't
any
go too bad.
championships, which he will.
Probably not. You're too positive for me.
Okay. Yeah, we'll
Hello?
see where it goes, and that was the lovely Joshua Dent.